up? Tired Ass Tuesday. Back again with the boys. Q Stream Vibe here. Maddie, let's go to orientation. Maddie.
There you go.
Nice yeah. Oh, wait. I gotta
use anchor styles.
All right. I gotta roll a little closer towards the microphone.
Wait, we're gonna mute you guys.
There we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Tight Ass Tuesdays here with the team, and we are gearing up. We had a massive meeting earlier about crypto, which we will discuss tomorrow on Wednesday with a special guest that will be talking about how to make money, where to get started in crypto. So look out for that tomorrow. But today we're talking about Tight Ass Tuesdays. So really looking to find the savings, find the value. Maddie, you'll want to find a good bargain around town, aren't you?
I love a good bargain, mate. I absolutely love a good bargain.
I'm all about value as well.
Yeah, all about that. I mean, one thing that I can definitely say that I'm really into is street food in Vietnam. Not only is it incredibly tasty, but it's also really well priced. So certainly that's something that I enjoy a lot. And not primarily because of the value, but because it is absolutely delicious. And yeah, I mean, I have no qualms about like food cleanliness or safety, even on the street. I guess my theory is that these street vendors that sell at the same place for years, they're not into poisoning their customers.
No, definitely not.
And plus, they're reputable. They've been around for what? How long?
Years.
I mean, it takes me back when I first came here first traveling through Southeast Asia for that matter. I was, of course, at the start a little bit scared about, I guess, hygiene, but I was also excited about, I guess, trying street food. But obviously, when I had a few local friends that I met, they would say to me, "Hey, this lady, she's been here 20 years. You're still doing the same thing. You can trust it."
That's it.
Whereas I was never really, sort of like blindly go into a spot and go, "Let's try this." I mean, I have, but at the same time, I sort of got to make sure, okay, she's still on the street, but at least if there's like some sort of clean running water, then there's some form of hygiene, and they actually wash their dishes and stuff, and not sort of just dip it through. And
though I have had some sort of street food where I sat down, ordered my bun bo, and the bowl that she grabbed was freshly used.
Oh.
And I'm like, because I've seen it, right? Like they wash it, but she took it and rinsed it in the bucket.
In and out,
and then
that's it.
And then rinsed it in another bucket. But I'm like, there's like food and all the other stuff that is being rinsed off.
Who even needs detergent, mate?
Exactly.
Who even needs detergent?
Exactly. And then grab the soup, and that wasn't the final bit. So when she was holding the bowl, she was holding it like this, guys, like that, right? So imagine that little bit of your thumb.
Yep.
Was dipping into the soup.
Oh no!
Oh.
And then when she placed it on the table, I looked at it. And my friend says, "That's what gives it flavor."
Oh.
But hey, I went through with it.
But did you die?
Hey, I'm still here.
So here, he had a little bit of a more rushed bowel movement.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you were fine.
Yeah.
I have to say, like considering some of the food hygiene standards that are in Australia, very, very strict about storage of raw meat and things like that.
Yeah.
When you see some of the stuff that goes on here, at especially the local markets, where you've got like the chicken and stuff, like literally raw on a table, sitting in its own juices, room temperature. Stuff that would get you straight to prison.
Salmonella.
Straight to jail, do not pass go.
Yeah.
When you see some of the stuff like that, it's still, you're not dying from it.
Yeah.
Kind of like it makes you question, like, what are they doing differently here compared to Australia? But I think one of the things is, that chicken that's sitting on the tray was killed like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and then
it's fresh.
It's in the soup 20 minutes later.
Correct.
So it doesn't sit there for potentially days on end like it does in some of the Australian supermarkets, which makes obviously a huge difference. It's just the time frame is so compressed that it's fine.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're lucky, boys, you'll get to see them
slaughtering a chicken.
Still walking around before it goes into
Keep
your
walking.
soup. Keep chucking, mate.
Keep clucking.
Yeah, I mean, was it Monday? Yesterday we had
Bun chow.
What was the total for that for 3 people?
320.
240 for 3 people.
240
plus
for
we
3
got
people.
spring
and we
rolls
got
too.
and we got spring rolls as well. So
Which were delicious. I think that's got to be one of the best bun chow places I've been to. It's very, very local, but oh my god,
It's consistent.
Just they nail that.
Consistent.
there's one in D3. Have you been to the one in D3? I will have to show
D3
you.
is pretty big, bro.
Oh, okay. There's the most famous one in D3. I can't remember the name, but I'll have to show you guys.
Okay.
It's really good. That's actually my number 1 spot, and the Tao Din one is my number 2 spot.
Okay.
Bun chow is one of my favorites, actually. I think I like it more than bun thit noon.
Oh, actually, no.
Well,
Bun
I
Thit
mean-
is my favorite.
It is a different dish. You've got a dry, pretty much a dry summer style vermicelli dish with I guess diluted down nuk mam or nuk cham version of it. It's kind of like Hanoi pho.
How's that different?
Well, they have the added that vinegar garlic that you put in, and they're pure just the slice of beef.
Yeah.
You don't get any of you don't have marrow,
balls
and
stuff
you don't
like
have
that.
tendon, nothing.
Yeah,
like
just beef.
that. Yeah, and I think they like to do a lot more spring onion in there as well.
Okay.
Like 13, right?
Yeah,
13.
Have you had 14?
No.
Dude,
I think you'll love it.
bro.
You'll love it.
Like I think the trend these days is not serving pho as a they bring it out and you got everything there. You just have your greens on the side. You add all that in your sauces if you want. Now they it's kind of like deconstructed. The soup comes out just on its own.
Yeah.
The pho noodles are separate, and then you have all your meats raw or rare, all on the side, and you kind of just start putting it together as you eat.
I have to say I've never been a huge fan of pho specifically. I've always preferred some of the other soups over that. Probably, like I would say, my current favorite is the wonton or the wonton soup.
Oh, wonton soup. Yeah.
What's also really good is some of the wonton places have suikao, which is a slightly larger, different shaped one. But that with like the vegetables, and then like you get like the sauteed chili with the a little bit of like I think it's like rice vinegar or something, but it's like also brown, and you have that. You mix it together with a little soy sauce. And you dip like you put the wonton on a spoon and you dip that into the sauce. Just
the trick is you scoop the sauce with your spoon.
Yeah.
Get the wonton on top
Put it on,
of that.
yes,
and then you go for
yes,
it.
Yes,
That's the best.
So that I much prefer that over pho.
Yeah, same.
I much prefer
Same.
bok hov
Same.
over pho. Hutio even.
Same.
Do you like dry or do you like the wet one?
Both.
Both.
But
I have to take
the
you to-
dry one. Dry one has been like a bit of a novelty thing for me.
Dry one, I like it with egg noodle. Me.
Yes.
I got to take you to this one in D4. It's from this lady. They call her Yikin, like Auntie Nine, and she's been there for ages.
Auntie Nine.
And it's just out of her house. Obviously, she lives on top, but the bottom floor is just like where you would park your car or whatever. But it's just pots, a couple of seating area, and then you sit outside in this alleyway.
Things
It's about 40 to 50,000.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think we can all afford that.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know the price point, but she's really good.
Crypto's up today, so I think we can all afford
We
it.
should celebrate. Crypto is up.
Crypto is up.
I don't know about you guys, but my portfolio is at an all-time high today.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you getting me?
Only just.
What are you getting me for Christmas?
Isn't yours all the way up at the moment?
I mean, if yours is up, mine's up as well.
There you go.
Mine's down. fellas.
All of ours is up,
Mine's
guys.
down, guys.
Everything's up.
All of mine is up.
Mine's down, guys.
Sean, is yours up?
Sean's
Mine's up.
always up.
Sold out. Sean sold everything.
Something's always up at least.
It's crypto, that's for sure.
How's it going, boys?
I
Welcome.
got taken to a local one-ton like place near where I am. Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, have you checked out any cheap like eateries out there, like soups and stuff? We were just talking about
actually,
our favorite.
Actually, last night we went to Me Wonton, and
He is a Mexican.
look at it. It's like it's coming in. I did a little shorter. I like it shorter or like lower.
Whoa.
But it's,
Sean, you know who you look like since you lined it up? The guy that goes very, very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
You know that from that movie? I'm very, very
You're starting to look like Billy Zane too. The Phantom.
Oh, little Billy's anything going on.
I like how it's very lined up. Zorro.
Yeah. I
Zorro,
did that
yeah.
today. My girlfriend wants the curl. She likes she wanted that.
Sean, can you just get a Sharpie and draw it on, bro? Right now. Go.
Yes, right now.
Go, do it.
We just want to see it. Oh, what's that hotel movie?
Which one?
That's the famous one where they go up the mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Okay.
Hotel movie.
Yeah.
Who's in it?
No,
Horror, action,
no.
comedy, romantic.
Sean, tell you.
What? What'd you say?
That one. Go. So yeah.
He said, "Tell your story." Well,
the Grand Budapest.
Grand Budapest.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Wes Anderson, what a director,
Yeah, the Grand
I'm
Budapest.
sure I've
There's a-
seen it. I just can't remember.
bro. The
trying to-
cinematography is fucking amazing. It's
So
like the whole thing's a work of art.
So
But yeah, I've been
Anyone listening,
eating a lot of good food. Wonton mee, banda kur, banda sao ball. It's like the banda sao ball is like they fry the noodles and then put some meat in between and some you have some like broth sauce to go with it. It's amazing. And then they have like this chae. It's like suizin chae vung, piridira. Yeah.
That sounds
And, like,
really
when-
good.
how much is
Yeah,
that,
and
Sean?
The suizin's only like 20K. It's like a hot like chae you eat at night when it's cold. And the banda sao ba, that was like 100K and like for 2 people. And had some beer Hanoi. And it seems like the food prices are a little more higher here, but the cost of living is a lot cheaper. So it's an interesting dynamic compared to like Saigon food. And I'm always like, why is it? It's like, why is it like 50K? Like in Saigon, it's like 30K. But the flavors of the food are a little different. Like the wonton mee, the broth flavor was not so strong as like Saigon's. So I definitely taste the difference of taste and like seasoning compared to Saigon. But it's good when you add like some chili and like some tung ut. So
Are the portions bigger?
no. And then like I got like a banh mi and it was like the size of this phone and like flat. Like it was like squished. Like they like pressed it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They put it in the toaster, don't they? Like the
They
sandwich
like,
press.
yeah. And then so I was like, wait, do they have banh mi hae away? And so they have hae away, that's really good, but they don't have banh mi hae away. So you have to buy your own banh mi and hae away and then make it.
There you go, Sean. New business for you. Don't worry about teaching English. Just open one of those things.
Exactly.
There's so many different types of food that they don't have here. And like I'm always like, where is this? And she's like, they don't have it. And I'm like, what?
Bro, just start a cart. Do it.
In Haiphong, that probably would work very good.
And then if you ever need to come back and go on holiday or whatever, you just get your girlfriend to run it while you're gone. Well, that way she won't miss you.
Exactly.
Or either maybe she'll miss you because it's your banh mi stand.
Just don't expect to get any of the money from that time.
So where's the money? Okay.
Sorry, honey, we didn't have any customers during that week.
Is that exactly how she sounds? Sorry, honey.
Why does she?
Sorry, honey.
Why does she sound like she's
Not
not a she?
What did she think of your mo? Did you tell her why you or did you just like you just left it and she's like, what the fuck's this?
I asked her. I was like, which one do you like? And then she looked at him and she's just shaking her head. And I was like, what? She's like, none of them. She looks at me every day and she just shakes her head. And I'm like, what? And she's like, it's so funny. She just looks at me like it's funny. But she likes the mustache or the handlebar one. She likes that one.
Ooh.
All right.
She likes the
But
handlebar.
I can't get hair like to grow. I don't think that far.
Just
You
take
supposed to
them
like,
downstairs. Up there.
Sean doesn't have it. There's
True. She's chopped them all
Sean, straight to the Sharpie.
straight to the shop.
Put it on.
just add the bars.
I think even just color in just that part. Not the, no, like all the way across.
Oh, like
Are you trying to go to the handlebars though, Maddie?
I don't really know what I'm trying to do, to be honest. I haven't figured it out yet.
Maddie
You
can
should
get
try it. Like when you get your next shave, I reckon just
Leave the verticals.
yeah, just see how it looks.
Yeah.
See how it looks.
All right,
Move
I'm
use.
down for that.
Maddie can get the handlebars within 2 hours.
Yeah.
It is
By the end of the stream, he's got them.
it is definitely time for me to trim all
To
the
give
rest
it a
of
bit of a
this.
trim,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time.
Just so it stands out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, Q-Stream Vibes here on a Tuesday, tight ass styles. Don't go away. We'll come back with a little bit of breathing technique.
And they sound just like this. And they sound just. And they sound just. Very tight, how is supposed to keep this secret?
Welcome back, Q-Stream Vibes here with the Q Squad. How to use 478 breathing for anxiety. So basically,
478.
we spoke about. Remember we spoke about techniques to sleep and stuff. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
breathing
for
is
sleeping.
to help with anxiety. We did some breathing exercises with Jorge.
Yeah.
When we did meditation
Yeah.
recently too. How do you guys feel about
That was
that?
real. I actually still do it at home sometimes.
Well, for those of you out there who've just joined us, like breathing is a good way to stay alive, I guess. And if you do it often enough, it would be more comfortable than not breathing. 478
I feel
breathing
like-
technique. Also helps- Sorry,
I forget to breathe sometimes. I feel like I forget.
You forget to breathe.
Like it's
Like,
weird.
you
Like
stop
I'm like, like take a breath or like.
Idiots.
I know it sounds weird. It sounds weird, but like I feel like
Sean's laying
sometimes
there.
I,
Sean, do you lay there and watch TV and then all the time just go, oh, I forgot to breathe?
Either that or he's got something all over.
Oh yeah, either that or he's smothering his face into something else.
Something's in the way.
That's why I can't breathe.
But like I think a problem with a lot of people who exercise and lift weights is, I guess not professional because that's probably taught the right way. But a lot of people who get into lifting and stuff forget that breathing is very crucial and essential when you're lifting because that oxygen flow also helps with muscle gain or weight loss.
And
So-
I think not only that, it also improves the performance, like your performance when you're actually doing the workout. So one of the things that one of my very good friends taught me, which is backed up by when you do things like yoga and Pilates and stuff like that as well, is as you're, say for example, you're doing a bench press, right? So as the weight comes down towards you, you breathe in,
Mhm.
and then as you're actually doing the power stroke or the power at part of the exercise, you push out your breath as well as the weight at the same time.
Yeah.
And one of the things that my good friend was teaching me is at no point should you be holding your breath. It should just be a smooth movement down and then up as you breathe out without you stopping at any point or holding your breath. So that's certainly helped me lift heavier and be way more efficient at doing the exercise.
Agreed.
So this technique here
don't forget to breathe.
involves breathing in for 4 seconds, holding breath for 7 seconds, and then inhaling for 8 seconds. How do you inhale for 8 seconds?
Let's
Do
try it.
you just take it in slowly?
Let's try it. So what?
Put a timer on.
Yeah, let's try
Like-
this.
That's in. But we're going to do the four in, 7 out. And
Should we do like
Okay.
1, 2, 3, like out and then in first? Like
So what's the 4 seconds? In?
hold for
Hang
seven?
on. Yeah. Involves breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds. So I'll snap. So I'll
Okay.
snap when the 4 seconds is up. I'll snap when the 7 seconds is up, and then I'll snap for when the 8 seconds is up.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Oh, that was
I mean, it's
pretty
not so
easy.
bad. It just sounded harder than it was,
That
right?
wasn't hard at all.
it did sound harder.
That felt really nice. I'm calm as hell right now. So calm.
No, I
Imagine
feel
if you
like-
do that 3
Mate, I'm gonna do that and self-soothe immediately after the live stream.
No. What if you do it during your self-soothe?
I think that would make me less excited.
That's
Do you-
true.
maybe-
It'll make it
Maybe that'll like calm down your inside thinking, so you won't splash out so quickly.
Oh, actually, Sean, that's a good point. Maybe when you're at that point, you practice this breathing technique and it actually reduces it and gets you to prolong the activity.
longer.
I totally don't see why that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
It
this.
might look weird because God's looking at you and you're going,
Somebody report back tomorrow.
Well, what was that other thing that if you had an anxiety attack, it was like the 5 senses, like
and also remember our guest Dallas, he said, if you're ever having
yes,
an
yes.
anxiety attack, get an ice cube and put it on your chest.
Not your nipples.
No, not your nipples. don't rub it around your nipples like this.
that'll get you horny.
That'll get you horny. But hey,
At least you're not anxious.
at least you're not anxious anymore.
That's true.
No, like you put it against your chest and just hold it there, and apparently it calms you down.
Apparently.
Yeah, just yeah.
Interesting. You learn
Piece of
something new
advice.
every day.
Anyone out there with anxiety attacks? There you go.
So
Dr.
if you
Andrew.
go down to Dr. Andrew teaches the 4-7-8 believes it can help with the following. So obviously reduce anxiety, helping a person get to sleep, manage cravings.
Wow.
Should try that. Oh, I'm craving some chocolate. Try that. Maybe it suddenly goes away. Who knows? What if there's a really nice banh mi tit? You're like, let's try and not crave that and do it. And all of a sudden, you know what? Fuck the banh mi tit. You know what I mean?
Not literally.
Yeah. Controlling or reducing anger responses. So look, we didn't do it properly because we're supposed to empty the lungs of air first and then
Oh, I did
breathe
that.
in quietly. Oh, did you empty completely?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Through the nose.
Interesting. Oh, look, repeat the cycle up to 4 times. And at the end, making a whoosh sound for the 8 seconds. So,
It's like
yeah. Do you get anxious when you drink coffee? Too much coffee?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially
Here.
with
Yes.
quite strong, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get the
Pete's
jitters.
coffee house too.
Me do about 2 a day. Anything more than that, especially only with food.
Yeah.
Anything more than 2 coffees a day, or if I have 2 without food in between, not good.
So are you the type of guy that needs coffee immediately in the morning to function?
I can function without it, but I prefer functioning with it.
Okay.
It helps.
So you're not much of a coffee drinker.
Not
though,
much, but I do try and do it because I want to try and fit in because I'm trying to be a sheep and try and be cool with everyone else drinking coffee. And if I go too much, then it'll hit me. Like before with Maddie, I knew that
All this talk of coffee.
I had some before, so
Yeah.
I'd be okay to have some coffee, but just not a lot of coffee.
Yeah, no, I can't do coffee at all. Like if I'm gonna do coffee, it's like Maxio the coffee.
But that sugar hit we had on Sunday
Yeah.
was heavy. So I was
Sugar
so
hit.
sleepy.
How did you take it? Did you take it in the arm or?
I ate it.
I ate it.
We had a cinnamon bun drenched in this like icing,
Like it's
Cinnamon
sugar
bun
ice.
drink.
Sugar ice.
yeah.
It sounds like crap.
And then we had
Milkshakes.
milkshakes, and then we had a pumpkin pie,
Yep. Caesar salad.
Caesar
What were
salad.
you guys?
And then
what a combination.
Yeah, and then after that we had about a 2-hour break,
Yeah, because we walked a bit and then we
went to Greek.
we had Greek.
And then before that we had banh mi tit.
Did you guys do anything else this day other than eat?
No,
We rode to D7 to
we
return
rode
the
to
bike.
D7 to return to EVs.
Yeah,
That's probably why we crashed and burned that night.
yeah, we did hard.
Oh, you guys like
As soon
rode?
as I left, yeah, just went home and just fell asleep.
Yeah,
the food comas.
it's been a long time since I've had a sugar hit like that, but I won't be doing it again.
And the day before we had a massive feed as well. So
What do we have? Oh, barbecue.
we had barbecue. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, we had a lot of carbs too. Which day did we have a lot of carbs? Was it that day? No, we just ate.
Oh, and then the day before we had Filipino food.
Yes. Oh
So
my
yeah, so
goodness.
just 3 days straight of about
Just rice, bread,
10,000 calories.
10,000
you
calories.
guys
We
are
did about 10
spending on
steps.
food. Food vendors.
Yeah. Yeah.
The food
You know what?
vendors.
You know what I believe? Eating is one of life's pleasures. So,
Eating what?
in general.
Eating.
Oh my goodness.
Sean, tell us something interesting. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Any random stuff today, mate?
I
Whatever
mean,
you were thinking about, tell
Yeah.
us.
Tell us that thought.
Yeah. What was that thought?
well, I mean, do you want like interesting news about me or like the random news I was going to pull up?
You.
Yeah, give us you and then the random news.
Well,
Look at you with a long sleeve on. What the hell?
Well, I got
Oh,
some
no,
work and
no.
then you want it super buttoned up, huh? Is it? Oh, okay. There we go. That's good, huh? Professional.
You have a white tee on underneath. And
No.
Dickies at the bottom.
Of course he does. What's his Chuck Taylors?
With some chucks, that would do it. Oh, I'd have to open this one up, huh?
Do it.
Vin School actually wants me to come work for them. So
What's that?
they actually, yeah. So I'm gonna do like a 2-week trial tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Which is, yeah, and they actually pay really good, and I can walk to the school, which is awesome. But other than that, for my random news, how would you feel about going to a concert and getting trampled and dying?
Ooh.
Travis Scott's
Yes. Have you guys heard about this? Matthias, have you heard?
Astro World.
Yeah, Astro World. Here's the link.
Someone give me the Cliff's Notes.
Yeah. Well, you'll see.
So there's a big festival going on. One of the artists, Travis Scott, he's like a mainstream rap hip hop artist, I guess you could say. And there was a group full of people outside the concert, and I believe, and then they bum rushed the gate, and so they pushed in so they didn't have to pay. And during the gate falling down, people fell, and people were rushing in and trampling over these people, and they're trying to like stop the people from coming in, but they're just flooding. And then at the end, I believe 8 died, and then more were injured, and the concert just kept going on. And there's like people trying to like tell like Travis Scott, like there's people dead, like you need to stop, like trying to get attention, and no one like seemed to care. And it's on the video. There's a link in the chat if you want to see. Yeah, how would you feel like if you're the artist? And all of a sudden all these people get trampled and killed at your like concert, at a giant festival.
Dude, the mood, the vibe would be.
Well, the mood and the vibe in this room, even.
Yeah. No, but I was
That's
just saying to
horrific.
Pat, imagine like, because you're obviously, it's this concert, so you're there to do things like this, and next minute you look down, there's a 10-year-old kid trampled on.
Was it?
Yeah,
Who was it? Was it like security or?
No, it was.
It was like-
just a bunch of people in a like a 10-year-old kid.
And then there was a guy trying to, I think, save his fiance, and he died as well, trying to save her, I believe.
We all know how dangerous a mosh pit gets, right?
Yeah.
Like if you fall in a mosh pit, it's going to be very hard to get back
Get
up.
up.
Yeah.
And imagine
and the
people
thing
just
is-
running.
Imagine just hundreds of people, thousands of people just pushing against each other, jumping up and down. you fall, it's like a stampede. Once you fall in a stampede, you're gone.
Here,
And that's why I was saying like, it's sad for that community or that the fans that that they saw that and it happened. But at the same time, would you bring your 10-year-old to a mosh pit?
Not a mosh pit. Mate, you can probably.
Maybe.
Obviously, if you want to watch and enjoy, you have to watch it in a safe distance.
Watch it in a safe distance, like on a seating
not a
area.
mosh pit.
But you like even if you're at the back of the mosh pit, that still in itself can get dangerous. But at least it's safer than being in the middle of the action.
And was the 10-year-old like on his shoulder or something like that, perhaps, or here?
Here,
I
if you
don't
go
think a
down,
10-year-old
there's a video down a little more.
Don't tell me someone recorded.
Yeah, right here.
This is like when they. This is when
This is like the beginning. There's another fence
this
that comes down.
is the beginning part. So this is when they caused the breaking of the barriers because they couldn't wait. So basically, people just bum rushed it and just ran. In this situation, security can't do anything. How are you going to control thousands of people doing
This
that?
happens all the time in America with these gates. Like
Because people want to get the position right at the very front. I remember I did this when I went to an R&B concert, but we didn't bum rush it. But as soon as the gates opened, everyone ran.
Everyone.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I did it for Outside Lands in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Of course you did, Sean.
And like go to these type of concerts, that there's going to be crazy action because if you
That's why Sean goes.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
Sean is the crazy action.
If you haven't seen Travis Scott concerts, it's a mosh pit. Everyone's jumping up and down, pushing against each other because it's that type of music. It's trap music, right? So that's part of the culture. But it's sad that it's happened. But at the same time, it's a little unfair to blame it on.
It reminds me of even concerts back in the day, like Michael Jackson concerts, where before he even came out, because the hype is so much, people are fainting already.
Yes,
from dehydration, waiting
before it even started.
And even though the very front of where the front stage is, there's a barrier. You can't go any further, but people are still pushing to try and get closer, even though you can't go any further. But it's just that. Even though remember that massive World Cup soccer, people were pushed up against the fence. It's not with a few deaths from that as well. Yeah, super crazy.
I remember there was because I was reading comments about Travis Scott when they said that they were yelling out to him and he didn't, stop the concert or he didn't say anything to security. But imagine that many people and, someone falls over. It's not like you can say, hey, guys, stop, and everyone's going to stop. It's still going to continue. And I remember the same thing, Michael Jackson's concert. People were fainting because it was super, super cramped. But Michael Jackson was still performing because he didn't know about it. When you're performing, you don't see that stuff. You're not focused on the crowd. You're not focused on every single person.
You're so focused on your set and your.
That's why, and I've been in festivals where people faint, and who picks them up? The people that's next to them. We pick them up, put them up like this, and then we pass them down all the way to the front so security can grab them because security or the medics cannot get into the mosh pit. There's no chance.
Well, prayers go out to that family.
Very sad.
Rest in peace.
Very sad.
Yeah, RIP. But
they said something about refunding tickets to some people or something like that.
No, like one of the comments was from a guy saying, "Oh, this is Travis Scott's fault. This is the venue's fault. We should all get a refund because it's caused trauma." But we're like, dude, like
no, the families are the ones that have trauma.
Exactly.
Not other people who are at the festival. That's not a thing.
Yeah. And I have to say,
Yeah, well, prayers go out to the family. Hope it's a lesson for everyone else to and just organizers as well to be a little bit more, I guess,
aware of the crowd.
Careful with security. Do they let through and stuff like that? Like if anyone comes through with a kid.
And also if you have a look at that fence, there was no way in hell.
Fence, hey?
There was no way in hell that was going to hold anyone.
Of course not.
Not at all.
It only takes one person to knock it over and everyone to run.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The perfect world would be like one guy goes, guys, let's run. No, we have to stay back. And then he pushes over and he's the only one running. Everyone's like, nah, let's do the right thing. And that's not going to happen.
Like, nah, we're all going.
That's it.
Yeah.
What have you got, Patty?
International travel news, guys.
Woo! We haven't had international news for a while. So what's open?
Exactly.
What is open?
So the ministry eyes resumption of international flights in January of next year.
So this is this an extension from the previous date?
Well, it was
December,
advanced,
right?
and then now it's being extended a little bit. Yeah. So apparently, through the government wants to resume flights in January to 15 countries and territories that have high COVID-19 vaccination rates. So on Monday, it submitted a 3-phase plan, which is the ones that we mentioned before, for a country to shift from a strategy of zero COVID to responding safely to the disease. So we're looking at the first phase from January, flights to resume to Australia. Woohoo!
Yay.
Cambodia. Woohoo! That's me too. No, I'm just joking. Mainland China, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, Laos, Japan, Malaysia, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and the UK.
It's kind of not surprising to know that these countries would be the ones that would open up kind of first, I guess.
Yeah, so fully vaccinated passengers, those who have recovered from the disease will be quarantined for 7 days at paid facilities on arrival in Vietnam, while unvaccinated people must undergo a 14-day quarantine. So there's no discrimination.
But now here's the thing. Australia also released, I don't know how official it is, but they're saying if you're fully vaccinated, but it's been over a certain amount of months, it may not count.
Yeah.
If you were the first lot to be double jabbed back then, the waning period of efficacy is low. So they're asking you to, for those people who've done it over a certain period, has to have a booster shot to be counted.
Only the
You get a booster.
You've been vaxxed too long.
Yeah, so basically they said, sorry, can't come in. And then they said, oh, by the way, you can come in now. And then they said, oh, sorry, can't come in unless you have the same jab. So if it's a mixed jab, you can't come in.
Yeah.
And then now they're saying, oh, sorry, can't come in if it's been too long.
Yeah, apparently after. But I think that's only for Pfizer and a couple of Johnson & Johnson as well.
Yeah.
Because those ones have a very, like an expiry.
Well, at least good on Vietnam, when they say starting the second phase, passengers with vaccine passports approved by Vietnam will be exempt from quarantine. Unvaccinated travelers will still have to undergo a 14-day quarantine. So at least it's not like, hey, it's only green passes or it's only the jab people. They are allowing it, but
I still don't see the science behind it.
Yeah.
We should be dealing with actually sick people, infected people,
And in the third phase, from the third quarter, flight schedules will return to normal.
So everything domestic is pretty much roaring to go.
Yeah, domestic flights have been going. I have some friends that's gone to Hanoi. They've even flown to Dalat as well. So
I am going to Phu Quoc next weekend.
Oh,
nice.
And apparently
You already booked tickets?
Not this weekend coming, but the weekend after. Apparently Vietjet Air is offering a free
jab?
No, not a jab, a free antigen test.
Hey.
Which is interesting because it's not a COVID test, it's an antigen test. So
As
a
in-
test to see if you have the antibodies.
Oh, so an antibody test.
An antibody test, yeah. And it comes for free with the flights. Or you can do I believe it's a quick test with the other airlines.
For all passengers?
For all passengers. Apparently pretty much other than that, like it's have at it. Restrictions. I believe you still need the green pass to show that you've been vaxxed.
Yeah.
But apparently Phu Quoc pretty much everything's open at this point. It should be good. However, last weekend I was in Vung Tau, and there was no requirement for like leaving or entering Ho Chi Minh City. However, to get accommodation, I had to do a quick test. But many things are still closed in Vung Tau, so I wouldn't recommend going at the moment because it's a little bit of a ghost town. All the restaurants are takeaway only, and half of them are closed, or maybe more than half of them are closed.
Yeah.
All bars are closed. All like massage places, for example, and karaoke. All of that's still completely closed.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend that just flew to Da Nang on the weekend, and she said that everything is pretty much.
I think the
Open.
name. I think the name
good.
of the lat would be my first couple of places
Yeah.
on the list to go to.
Yeah.
The name purely for some work, possibly and beach.
Yeah.
And the lat because we really want to go to the lat.
Yeah.
The lat's open now. I know a few people that's gone the last week. So.
Same.
Yeah, my
same,
buddy
same.
went to
So
the lab
apparently,
last weekend.
However, there are some places that are closed in Dalat. So I was thinking about going this weekend coming, but not going to end up doing that because I want to go when everything is open.
Yeah.
After my last weekend's experience in Vung Tau, where it was a little bit heartbreaking that everything was still closed after everything's come roaring back in Saigon at least, which I've really enjoyed.
Nice. So quick walk on the weekend.
Next weekend,
Oh, very nice.
How long are you going for?
just a few days. Sure.
Do you need to get a test to go?
Friends actually.
Who's a girl?
My friend who's organizing it is the one that helped me get all the volunteering work that I did back
Awesome.
during the lockdown. So yeah, friends only.
Yeah.
I saw your face there, Petey. But sorry to disappoint your juicy gossip muscles.
Juicy.
but,
I'm all about
yeah.
gossip, mate. This Mo makes me want to gossip.
Speaking of more,
Yo,
Movember.
November. We are on day 9, ladies and gentlemen. So please donate to our cause here. Well, it's not our cause, it's the whole world cause, Movember.com. 30 days to grow and groom a moustache, helping raising awareness surrounding men's health, such as prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's suicide and mental health. Scan a QR code, or there's a link in the description box that you can click and donate as little as $1 or more.
Now I wonder if we should update that image with our current
Yes, Ashley, I'll do that tonight.
mustaches.
So once you
That's a
do
good one.
a new thing, send it to me, and I'll update us
I will.
as well.
Boys, I have to
Not a
do a
bad
little
idea.
bit of work. I have to do a little bit
Oh,
of
good,
work
man.
right now.
Oh, good.
All right,
But-
Lee.
I'll message when I finish. Hopefully it'll be short, but if not, Q stream.
See you later, man.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Keep walking. I just want to talk about this real quick. Lum said, I guess that tomorrow we'll have to talk about Pfizer pills and COVID. So if you guys haven't already, I've mentioned a doctor that I follow on YouTube, Dr. John Campbell, and I really recommend his videos. He's a retired doctor / nurse, and he talks a lot about the science and vaccines, and he does all data that he finds, obviously released from CDC and various scientists and other doctors that do tests, and he covers daily news, and his videos range from about 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and some of them are really, really good topics if you want to get up to date with what's around there. His recent one is about the antiviral pill, and now when we talked about Merck the other day with that antiviral pill, Pfizer's released their own version, which claims to have 89% efficacy in reducing deaths and hospitalization. So you take it on the onset of your symptoms. As soon as you get symptoms, you take it. It's not cheap because the initial price was something like $500.
What, for a pill?
No, not for a pill, for something like a 5-day or something, several day course. That was the initial price, but I think it'll be a little bit cheaper when it comes out in mass production.
If it's America, it's not going to be cheaper. It's going to be more expensive.
Yeah, but that's the latest on the Pfizer news on the pill. So
it's a Pfizer product.
well, Pfizer's made their own pill.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So yeah, and it's a course you take it.
I suppose it's a great alternative for people who really don't want to be vaccinated but have the money to be able to pay for that course of the course of pills. If you have moral issues or potentially physical issues with actually getting vaccinated and don't want to do it, this is something that can help you if you end up catching COVID.
Of course. Well, see, Dr. John Campbell, he's also very huge on the method of needling as of late. He's all about aspirating, and no one's aspirating. I see all these examples. He says you can't just go pam, boom, in, like pull, and then pump it.
So tell us why that is.
Because apparently you could, if you hit a blood vessel and you draw back and there's a bit of blood, you don't want to pump that into to the blood.
It's got to go into the muscle.
It's got to go into the muscle.
Right.
And some adverse effects have come from that. And
From pumping it into the blood.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like, well, when people get certain adverse effects, they're not sure exactly why, but it can come back to not aspirating the needle.
Okay.
So that's the traditional way of doing it. And it's funny because when you see a lot of people who post about where I went in to get my vaccine and I asked, can you aspirate it? A lot of nurses would say, oh, that's the old way.
Right.
But they've been trained to do it. But if the client wants it, just do it for them. But they're like, oh, we have to. One guy is like, okay, well, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then the main doctor comes out and goes, just do it for him.
Just aspirate it.
I mean, it's just pull back a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And if you pull back and there's no blood, then you pump in.
You know all about that pulling back a little, don't you, Peter?
Pull back and back in, baby.
Little, just give us some aspiration, Petey.
Aspiration, baby. Hit that VTEC.
Petey, aspirate me.
Aspirate me. Aspirate me. Yeah. So Dr. John Campbell, if you guys look him up, he's a UK doctor. Really good information, always up to date, daily news on the medical front for COVID. And he looks at all nations, UK, New Zealand, Australia, looks at the improvements, and he tells you a little bit about it. So it's a lot to learn from him.
Sick.
And he's the old school guy. I told you, he still uses a projector.
Yeah.
Yeah, still uses a projector. So nearing the end of our stream, I got another topic that we can talk about, which is there's no article we can pull up, but on the mental well-being, let's talk about procrastination.
Oh, this is a relevant one for me. It's probably the thing that I struggle with the most, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the king of procrastination?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
what is it that makes you just not get up and do it?
I think it's
Distractions.
well.
Self-soothing.
No. It's not. It's not.
All right, so walk us through your typical procrastinating event.
If I'm brutally honest, and this is a little painful for me, but it's a lack of discipline to just be like, shut up and do it, or shut up and get started.
Yeah.
Like probably like with gym is a big part of part of it. Like I know all the justification, and I know all the reasons of why I should do it, and I know the problem of why I'm not doing it. And that maybe helps a little bit sometimes, but to have the discipline to be like, no, this morning, you're going to set aside the next 45 minutes and just go to the gym. Just don't even think about it. Just put your clothes on and go.
Yeah.
Just got to do it, right?
So
just do it. Yeah.
do this, Maddie. Sorry to cut you off. Again, from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the countdown method.
Okay.
So just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just go.
Put on your clothes and go.
Yeah. Don't even tell yourself what to do. Just go. Like if you
don't think, do.
Yeah, if in your head you said, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to the gym," go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just go.
Yeah.
It's like waking up. The waking up part is easy, but getting out of bed is the hard part. So just get out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you do your bed every morning?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Well, there's a trend on TikTok. that
Tell you later.
that everyone's doing that supposedly helps you with procrastination. So basically, this was a trend. So when you get to that stage where you're, I need to do this, but you sit around, you mope around, you look at your phone, you get up before so then come back and you just haven't started. So this is the trend, the procrastination hack. So you take a chair, put it in the middle of the room, and then when you catch yourself procrastinating, you go and have a seat on that chair. It's called the lone chair.
The procrastination chair.
Yeah, productivity hack. So you don't bring your phone or anything with you. You just sit there, not allowed to, with no one around you. So you're sitting there with nothing but yourself in that chair. You can't reach for anything. That's it. So apparently with this experiment, it makes you feel like, fuck, I'm doing nothing. I need to do something.
Yeah.
It's long enough to the point where
true.
I need to fucking do something.
How long do you have to?
It doesn't say exactly how long, but it will get to the point where
you're
you're
an uncomfortable amount, basically.
yeah, it will get to it, and then you got to get up and do it.
What if
You try to beat the system. You go, fuck it, I want to sleep.
what if you procrastinating and you send yourself to that chair and then you sit there and go, Yeah, I don't mind this actually. I'll just drag it out a little bit longer.
A couple of people
Just
here.
don't start self-soothing.
A couple of people here said that 12 minutes, 17 minutes. Some guy said, look, it took me an hour.
What?
An hour.
That's called procrastination.
No, because maybe he got into a deep thought or something. But then that could be a creativity process.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it comes back to
Yeah,
something else.
true.
It's true.
Some people were 10 minutes. Yeah.
Mm.
The loan chair. So that's
What's the most that you procrastinate on?
Gym.
Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
know
can say
that it
gym.
would give me more energy. I know that it would improve my health. I know all of these things. I know all the rules, like a gamification. But
Why do you not go to the gym then?
No, this is me. This is me, right? So if I know what my workout is, like let's say I'm just doing cardio hit, and I know the video I'm going to train to is only 40 minutes, right?
Only 40 minutes? You can do a 40-minute hit class? That's impossible for me.
No, it's easy.
It's easy.
It's easy.
We've done one.
Trust me.
It's hard, man.
It's easy,
No.
but it's fun. It's fun. So it's 40 minutes, and like you look at the time, you're like, okay, I'm going to do it in like I have to do it at the hour, and then you sit around procrastinate. It's gone 10 minutes by. Fuck it. I can't do it now. I have to do it at the proper at the hour. So you wait, and then you miss it again.
That's terrible.
That is
That's
terrible.
terrible.
That is terrible.
Oh shit. I have a procrastinating joke for you.
Okay, but before that, AT says, boys, just watch the David Goggins video. Realize you're soft and you need to stay hard. Then get out there. Done.
I did actually watch a David Goggins video, but I only got about halfway through it, and then I procrastinated. It's still in my watch later list on YouTube.
Shit. All right, what's your joke?
I've got two actually.
All right,
So,
go for it.
what do you call a country that pushes everything off until the last minute?
What?
A procrastination.
Oh.
And
yeah,
for the finale one, for the good one, this is a good one. This one's for you, AT. A good procrastination joke for you. What does the true meaning of procrastination mean?
What does the true meaning of procrastination mean? What?
I'll tell you later.
I heard you said you feel lonely.